Welcome back. I'm Calvin, Statue Fanatic, here with another episode of Collecting on a Budget. This is a show where I show you some really cool collectibles that you can collect and not break the bank. Today we're going to take a look at Shazam. This is a gallery statue. I always bring a lot of gallery statues because I think they're pretty awesome. And I want to highlight once again that you're not going to find me bashing artists and statues on this particular show. Collecting on a Budget is about statues that I've seen, had a chance to look at, and I personally would display. I think they're really great for anyone who's a fan to add to their collection. So that's what you're going to find here. Now, before we get started, like I always do, I want to talk a little bit about the box. Not going to spend a whole lot of time. It has the typical gallery box with the 3 windows and the 1 window on top, where you can see the figure if you're one of those people that like to keep things in a box but yet be able to see them. It's a great display box. But on the back, it talks a little bit about Billy Batson and how he became to be Shazam. But before we get into that, I want to point out that this was designed by Sean Knapp and sculpted by Joe Manna. Now, Joe Manna is a sculptor that is very, very relevant today. I love a lot of the work that he's doing. He's doing a lot of figures like this. He sculpted for Boeing Design. In fact, I did a review of Mephistos, which is a statue that I love that he sculpted. We're trying to get him to come on that Geek Show on one of these Monday nights. We were going to get him one Monday, and scheduling and things like that, it didn't work out. So hopefully we can get some of those scheduling issues worked out and get this guy on the show because he's a great sculptor. Check him out on Facebook. He does live streams where you can actually, kind of chat with him and go back and forth with different things. He's a really, really cool artist, so I really like his work a lot. But we'll go back here to the box, and one thing I want to point out about the box is that if you just stumbled on this and we're talking about Shazam, and I grew up hearing the name Shazam, but you may not know that it's actually an acronym for something. So let me share that with you. So the S stands for the Wisdom of Solomon. The H stands for the Strength of Hercules. The A stands for the Stamina of Atlas. Actually, the Z is for the Power of Zeus. And the A is for the Courage of Achilles. And the Speed is and the M is for the Speed of Mercury. So that actually is a really cool fun fact there that Shazam actually stands for something. Now that we've got him out of the box, let's take a look at the statue. I'll give it once around here to take a pretty quick look at him. You can see he's in this classic pose where he's summoning the power. He's just said Shazam, and you can see the lightning bolt there. It's pretty cool. Now, as far as the statue is concerned, man, like I said, the gallery statues, the ones that I bring to you, man, are really cool statues in my opinion, and I really like them. I like that this is a classic comic book version of Shazam. And then as far as the sculpt, I really like it. I think Joe Manna did a really good job with the sculpt on here. Very defined all over, a lot of sculpted, muscle tone, that type of thing. He looks really cool. There is lots of elements going on in this statue, so that's really cool. And the lightning bolt, the sculpt of that is nice. It has this resin clear element to it where you can kind of see light passing through it. That's cool, giving that lightning bolt effect. And then here on the back, the cape again is designed really well with a lot of sculpting and design on that. And as you can see, the statue looks really good. We'll start with the portrait. Like I said, it's a classic image of Shazam. The portrait is done really well. A lot of sculpting. There's a lot of facial detail that gives expression and emotion in what he's doing, and I like that a lot. And as you go down to his torso, you can see where the etching and sculpting is done with the lightning bolt there on his chest. The same thing with the costume that he's wearing. You can see the design and sculpt in that, as well as with the belt that he's wearing. And then when you look at his legs and his quads and everything, there's a lot of muscle detail and sculpting in that. So it's a really cool piece that to display. And then as you look at the base, he's standing on a rock here. It's not very complicated, but the rock does have some detailing and sculpting in it, which is also really nice. I like that a lot as well. Same thing with his shoes that he's wearing. Again, it's not just painted on type thing. It's actually sculpted. This is just not paint that's giving you the illusion of this depth that you see to the statue. Now, as far as the paint application is concerned, with gallery statues, I will say this, and I don't want to disparage any of these statues because I like them, but when it comes to paint, there's like quite a few of these that are made, and they come out of the factory quite a bit, and I have seen 2 of these with 2 quite different paint jobs on them. So when you're buying gallery statues, especially, you find a lot of these in your comic book stores, I'd take a look at them first and compare them and just get the best version of the one that you're doing, because the sculpt, I've never really had a problem with any of the gallery statues. It's sometimes the paint that kind of gets you. And like this particular one, There are some paint flaws on it, nothing that you can see from just looking at the statue, but a lot of statue collectors, they get a magnifying glass out and they'll look at every little detail. There are some things on here you can see without doing that. Some of the line work on the back of the sculpt where the gold meets the white, that could have been done a little bit better. And the same thing with the boots here, the gold and the white, the very minute areas that you can see where the gold touches the white, that type of stuff. But again, like I said, I compared this to another statue. My friend Robbie has one, and I just wanted to be able to compare the two. So I had his statue, and his doesn't have that on it. So it's definitely something that you can look and see before you buy these. And I like the fact that they have the window boxes so you can inspect it before you actually purchase it. Those are the only really big deals as far as the paint is concerned. Around the rest of his body, it looks good. The skin tone looks really good on the statue. I like that too. The way the hairline is painted looks good. His eyes all painted really, really well. See if we can get a good look at the eyes. You know, not any mistakes that I can see here that's noticeable at all. That looks good. But overall, man, I think if you're a Shazam fan, man, this is one that you should pick up. I think the sculptor did a really great job sculpting the statue. I like it. And I hope you guys like it. Check it out. Let me know what you think about collecting on a budget in general. Is it something that you guys are enjoying? And that pretty much concludes this look at Shazam, the gallery statue. I'm excited about going out to see the movie. It looks like it's going to be a badass movie. I'm very excited about that, man. It has, the last 10 years, man, has been a great time in cinema for superheroes. And so I'm really excited about seeing that movie. But that pretty much concludes this review of Shazam. And so if you want to stay on top of the latest in the world of collecting, please head over to mcecentral.com. That's Marvel's Collectible and Entertainments, where you can find some of the latest unboxings of some of your favorite pop culture characters. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out, subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified the next time we upload a video. So until next time, my friends, keep it marvelous.